Hi, this is Martha again, and today I'm going to be talking about discussion 9. Discussion 9 goes more inward onto details on how drugs affected and promoted wars. It also amplifies how the crack epidemic myth created a panic um, in society in our early days. So let's go ahead and start with the crack epidemic myth. So the crack epidemic myth was a big deal that was surging through a lot of the usage amongst citizens, well, amongst people. And not only was this rising, but it also rised in media. Um, it gave media the opportunity to rise and create stories of why people were using them, abusing them. Also, it also created like how they the how it became a moral panic, and it was and it's highly more destructive than any other drugs. It also gave politicians uh, like stories as the crack babies, um, which created like violence, which led to wars. And this leads me back to how world war on drugs. So not only was the pandemic creating tension amongst the people in the society back in the early days. But because of this, people were panicking, so they created wars. Wars that were they wanted to get rid of the whole crack myth. Um so they wanted to create wars in order to fix, quote unquote, but I felt like these wars would just create violence. And back in the days, during this time of the crack myth, it was very heavy. The violence is very heavy. Violence was up. Um, so, and I feel like instead of helping the community and helping the society through these wars, they were just a war, a war, a war. There was just more violence coming in. The only way I feel that it would have gotten fixed or viewed as is if it would have been viewed as a health crisis to fix the people that needed help, but it wasn't. Um, so um, yeah, so the way that affects the U.S. and how the U.S. people accepted these ideas were, one, to create violence, two, for media, because media would use stories, or they would create stories, which made media very popular back then. And there was, again, benefits for the media because it created story, and it has shaped our life ever since, because now um we see the usage, we still see usage, and how media still, focuses on such drugs. And thankfully, it does give us more of a wider view of how the pandemic of crack affects us today. So my question to you is, do you have any examples of crime related? I'm sorry. Do you have any examples of drug related through media, and how has it affected us today? Um, how the usage and how the media identifies these pandemic myths that went on during the early centuries till now.